We've got to the point where the fretboard and the neck blank have been glued together, and well, quite frankly, we are ready to cut some fret slots and move on with a new neck. Perfectly flat, lovely ebony fretboard glued to a 3-piece rosewood neck. I'm not going to bore you by taking you out to the bandsaw. So we've cut away the excess ebony. I invariably store that and we'll use it for file handles or little switch tips or something like that. Now I have some excess glue to remove. I probably should have tried to take as much of this as possible off while it was wet. That would be the wise thing to do, but we are not always wise, are we? Chisel. Despite the fact that this is relatively small pieces of glue that I'm removing, I like using a very wide, in fact one of my widest chisels, because you can hold it flat to the wood and be absolutely sure that it's going to not slip and gouge away where I don't want to gouge away. I could conceivably use a scraper for this job. In fact, there are such things as dedicated glue scrapers, but I don't know, I tend not to use them. But as you can see, holding the chisel flat to the wood, it goes right up to the joint and removes only glue. So when I build necks, I will either make the fretboard the final dimension of the neck and plane the neck to that size, or preferably I'll make the neck to the correct width and plane the fretboard to match the width. It's much easier than making a neck blank with a fretboard on it and then trying to get the whole thing down to the correct dimensions. Now we plane. Now the fretboard is the same width as the neck, which was set earlier and is obviously set to match our client's hand. I wanted to say physiognomy there. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Anyway, before we can get to radiusing this lovely, perfectly flat fretboard, we need to work out exactly where the ends of it will be. Because I'm using a compound radius. Now, this neck is having a slightly strange 650mm scale, which is a classical scale length. I'm using, for ease, the StewMac fret scale rulers that have got them all marked out. It saves a lot of time. Now, very roughly, I've marked out where I want my nut to be. This is a 24 fret neck, so you mark where the 24th is, and about 7 or 8 mil behind the 24th is where the end will be. With that sorted, we pull out a beautiful, beautiful aeronautical engineer's tool. And I require a sharper pencil. Guitar builders need measuring tools and more measuring tools. It never stops. Now, in order to mark a square end to the fretboard, we need to have a proper center line. So a sharp pencil and a good ruler. And even more importantly, a good straight edge, although that one's not long enough. That's about 2 good straight edges. I now have a straight line to work from, right down the centre of the fretboard. And that gives me the end, a nicely squared end, to my fretboard. You can't beat the precision of a Japanese saw. Thin blades, lots of teeth, and you cut on the pull.